So when are you going to leave this man? He's not your example. Jesus is your example.
Well, Muhammad is the best person who ever lived in history. So that's
better than Jesus, who never raped any women, committed adultery with any women, who never mounted a 9-year-old, who never told his followers to do the same thing. So he's better than Jesus. Muhammad is not even as good enough as Paul. Paul was just a man, and yet Paul never committed adultery, never took captives and raped them, never married a 9-year-old and deflowered her, remained pure and holy because his example was Jesus. Muhammad is not even as good as Paul, let alone Jesus. What are you talking about?
I just want to read the hadith really quick. So it says, narrated, Aisha said that the messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 and consummated the marriage with me when I was 9, and I used to play with dolls.
And what's the grade?
Sahih from Sunan an-Nasai.
Yeah, and it's in Muslim and it's in Bukhari, and even Ibn Kathir says no one disputes. Nobody. Ibn Kathir commenting on this age, nobody disputes this was her age. When are you going to give up? My friend, you understand a 54-year-old, that makes him old enough to be her great-grandfather? Well, what are you going to walk away from and follow? Here's my challenge. I don't want to keep going after this. Do me 2 favors. Just do me, between you and God, no one's watching you. Number 1, cry out to God. Say, Allah, if you're the true God, I need you to show yourself to me. And if Islam is the truth, show yourself to me, because you make dua from your heart. Okay. But if Islam is not true, show me what is the truth. And if it's Jesus, I'll accept it, whatever is true. That's number 1. And number 2, here's what I want you to do. Not to convert. I dare you to pick up the Gospel of John. Just read the Gospel of John. Just read it. Nobody watching you, by yourself. You don't answer to me. You don't come and tell me you did it. But here's my challenge. Open up the Gospel of John. Just read it. It'll take you maybe an hour, but don't rush through it. And tell yourself, when you hear his words and see his miracles, ask yourself, can Muhammad even come close to this man? That's all I'm asking you to do, these 2 things. Between you and God, because if you die, I die. If you're wrong, you're going to hell, friend. If I'm wrong, I'm going to hell. The most important question you can ask yourself is, who is the true God? And do not care what people think, because those people won't judge you on the day of judgment. The true God will judge you. But if you love your reputation and your family more than God, God will judge you for that. I just want you to do these 2 things. Could you do that?
Okay, then.
All right. And I don't want to give you any more. I want to leave you with this. So let's leave with this. Okay. Say that prayer, read the Gospel of John. And then if you have more questions, come back. But I just want to leave you with this for now.
Okay, I'll leave. I'm done for the day. Okay.
Awesome.
So that means you don't even care with the kind of teachings you find in the Quran, that if you have the upper hand and if you're called to jihad, fi sabilillah, you would do with no shame, right?
If it's in Islam, then yes, of course.
Okay, so you're okay with chapter 4, verse 24. If you take a woman captive, jihad, spoils of war, and she's married, and the Quran says she's lawful for you because by taking her captive, you dissolve the marriage, and you can have sex with her. You okay with that?
I'm not sure if it says that. If it says that, then I have to
open up chapter 4, verse 24, and I'm going to give you the Sahih Hadith.
It has an historical background.